Thanks for joining us. I'm Bridget Shanahan.
And I'm Vince Vetrano. Two Waukesha girls accused of a vicious attack on their own classmate are in court today. Investigators say Anissa Wire and Morgan Geyser stabbed their friend to try and please an online fictional character called Slender Man. The girls were 12 at the time. They now face adult charges in the case. Back in December, a judge declared both of them competent to stand trial. Today's hearing is to determine whether there's enough evidence to send the case to trial.
We've learned one of the two possible cases of measles in Portage County is negative. Two patients were in isolation when the cases were reported last week, but the patient with a negative test is now out of isolation. Test results for that second patient are expected this week. Now, if confirmed, it would be the first case in our state linked to this latest outbreak.
Well, police in Madison are looking for a person or people who spray painted anti-Semitic messages on at least 30 homes. People spent the weekend scrubbing the slurs and pornographic images off of their property. Damage estimated at more than $10,000. Police do not think the taggings are gang-related. At the moment, they say there's no threat to safety in the community.
Fire officials are still trying to figure out what caused a massive barn fire in Washington County. The fire started Sunday afternoon and shut down a portion of Highway G for a while because of the smoke. The homeowner says he lost his entire business, Brennan Millwork, in that fire, including lots of fresh wood and tools. No one was hurt.
Cold weather added an extra challenge for parents who had children home from school on this President's Day. Betty Bryn Children's Museum provided an alternative assignment: playtime. Many parents we spoke with prefer the kids' supermarket instead of a kids' movie.
We don't want to just sit. I mean, it is a day off of school, but they still want to have fun. They still want to be out and about.
Found a lot of other families having some indoor winter fun at the Pettit National Ice Center.
It was a cold, blustery weekend, and today we're getting a little bit of a break, and I stress little, with temperatures in the upper teens. Now, we had a dusting to almost an inch of snow across the area from some lake effect late yesterday into the early morning hours today. That is now pushing back out over the lake. Still cloudy. I'm hoping for just a little bit, and I stress a little bit of sunshine before the day's done as well. Racine, just over a half inch of snow today. Franklin had about a half inch, and Milwaukee picked up about an inch by early this morning, and now we're just seeing a few scattered flurries around. Nothing like the huge storm system rolling through the Tennessee and Ohio valleys, where they're seeing heavy rains in Atlanta. They're seeing ice from Memphis to Nashville, including 6 to 9 inches of snow through Kentucky, Virginia, and heading towards the nation's capital. This will kind of graze Boston tonight and tomorrow with another 2 to 4 inches of snow. That's on top of the 16 plus they had over the weekend. Temperatures are in the teens and 20s across the Midwest and to the north, 10 to 20 below in Canada. Still cold. Not as bad as it was just a week ago, and they were 20 to 40 below, so that Arctic air has broken a bit and has moved into our direction over the weekend, and then once again starting tonight through Friday morning. We're going to get this core of this cold air surging out of Canada, the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, and into the Northeast, and it's going to dip all the way down into the south. And then as we get toward the end of the week by Friday, it starts to move a little bit north. We're still cold. We'll wake up well below zero on Friday morning, get into the teens by afternoon. And then we'll see temperatures back into the 20s this weekend, which is still colder than normal, but at least a step in the right direction. Mostly cloudy, a few flurries here and there. The temperature is 17 degrees in Port with a light southerly wind. Those wind chills are in the single digits and lower teens. At least everybody is above zero. This may be the last time for the week that you see that. This afternoon, mostly cloudy, a stray flurry, a light southwest wind, and a temperature of 18 degrees. Sadly, that's well below normal and the warmest temperature of the week. So enjoy it. It's all because of this cold front. It's going to come back down here tonight. Some flurries and a dusting of light snow. It's going to reinforce the cold air, kick up those northwesterly winds, and those winds will just intensify Tuesday night and throughout the day on Wednesday. We could see wind chills by Thursday morning of at least 20 to maybe even 25 below, maybe even colder than that in some inland areas with just some light snow developing. Snow totals by tomorrow morning, about a tenth to maybe a quarter of an inch across most of the area, and we could pick up another quarter to half inch of snow Tuesday night into early on Wednesday. So today a high of 18. Tonight we'll drop down into the single digits. Wind chills to 5 below with a light westerly wind at 5 to 10. Then for tomorrow, the winds pick up a little bit behind that first cold front. 15 degrees, so a little bit cooler. Wind chills to 5 below. Northwest winds at 10 to 20. If you're squeamish about the cold, look away. 15 degrees tomorrow after a morning low of 7. 8 degrees on Tuesday, but on Wednesday, wind chills will be anywhere from 10 to 15 below, 2 below that morning, then 7 below both Thursday and Friday morning. Wind chills at least 25 below zero, and we warm up into the mid-20s by the weekend.